By this point, I'm sure you know who we are, which is great, but you still need to know what we are. In all seriousness, our name is iEDI, and that has a lot to do with the fact that we work with EDI. You guessed it. But what is EDI? And why do businesses need it? Well, in this video, I'm going to try and explain those two questions as they are pretty integral to understanding this entire ordeal here. So buckle up and get ready. EDI is an abbreviation of Electronic Data Interchange, or in other words, the exchange of data, where that data usually comes in form of a business document. The term itself sounds very all-encompassing, and that's because it essentially is. I mean, sending an email to a colleague or a cute cat video to a friend is technically EDI, but that's not exactly what people are looking for when they mention it. In the corporate world, EDI refers to the exchange of information between ERP systems. So to understand EDI, you'll need to understand what that is. An enterprise resource planning system is both a very complicated word. An enterprise resource planning system is a system that tracks and manages a business's main operations. Try to imagine a supplier of construction materials. They have to manage their stock all the time, as other businesses are constantly buying from or selling to them. Naturally, this supplier has an ERP system that has all this information written down in it. But if an exchange were to take place, the information would have to be manually changed in the system. Not only that, but the supplier's partners also have to manually change the values in their system, and those partners have to do it in their system, and so on, and so on, and so on. Now, some people had an idea. What if we set a couple of parameters that makes our documents readable by our own ERP system automatically? This works locally, but since every system is vastly different, that meant the parameters had to be different as well. This means when a business sends the documents that are readable by their system, they might not be readable by their partner's system. And essentially, this is where EDI enters the picture. It's the practice of exchanging information between ERP systems so that they can read and therefore communicate with each other. Remember the business documents? Well, say that's an order, for example. That means somebody requesting X amount of X wares, like how you order food from a restaurant. And it's now being sent to another ERP system within another company. This ERP system only accepts JSON, but through the process of EDI, this file is now converted, and not only that, it's also restructured so that it can be read by the other ERP system. The end result is now both businesses can more or less seamlessly communicate with each other's ERP systems, all because of EDI. So, to recap, the term EDI refers to not just the exchange of data, but more specifically so, the exchange of data between ERP systems. We truly hope this helped you. Now, if that part about file formats was just a bit confusing, don't worry, we'll get to it. You'll learn all about the differences between them soon, but not right now, because we're still starting things slow, right? So let's move on to the next topic. Take care for now.